Hey YouTube, what's up? Agent Trigger again. I got my sexy playmat here now. Finally got one, being in Japan, you can get these pretty easily. Pretty cheap too. I'm just gonna do a little Yu-Gi-Oh deck profile. Why? Because I decided that I play card games more than just because the game itself. I like the strategy, and strategy is always fun. Like, I'll play Weiss, ZX, which is enemy of Zillions. Zillion of Enemies X? Yeah, Zillion of Enemies X. Yu-Gi-Oh! Vanguard. I play a bunch of crap. But yeah, if you there's a game you want to see, then just go ahead and hit me up. I'll go ahead and try to, play it and stuff. Yeah, sorry about all this. Just finished working out. My hands are shaky. Anyways, I'm gonna get me a camera and a stand again. I left my stand back in America. But damn, this playmat though, right? Alright, going through this Yu-Gi-Oh profile. Let me sit down. So tired. God. Alright, it's Dragon Rulers. So starting off, I'm in Japan, so expect some Japanese cards, people. One Mythic Wood Dragon, or Tree Dragon, whatever you want to call it. 3 Blasters, because Dragon Rulers. I'm pretty much using Wood Dragon because of a Felgran and the other rank 8 Drugalong, number 46. It's really good. I'll show you how you can get them out first turn later on. You got 3 Redux. Secret Rare. Oh yeah. Redux is amazing. It's like a monster reborn. You can do a lot of stuff with them. You got 3 titles on this water playmat. Pretty pro. You got 3 Tempests right here. Because, again, it's Dragon Ruler. You gotta run all the dragons. Or Dragon Rulers. Tempest is pretty decent too. Helps you search out for a bunch of tuners and whatnot. You got 1 Mythic Wood Dragon. Mythic Water Dragon, my bad. Mythic Water Dragon, special summons after the wood. And then you can, just have the wood copy this one. And then make Felgran, or whatever you want to make. And then you got 2 Flammable Guards. 2 Flammable Guards, better than 1 because especially it helps you go through your deck faster. Also, it opens up for more rank 8 tuners, especially since you got a bunch of level 8s in there, or level 7s. Rank 8 tuners. No, level 8 synchros. Derp. Okay, and then you got this Dragoon Corsica because Corsica is the pink fluffy dragon. Okay, maybe not fluffy, it's just muscular and really cool looking. And it has 800 beat, and it's a tuner. Helps open up for the level 8 tuners, and you can always search out with Tempest. And you got Delta Flyer. The reason why I'm running Delta Flyer is because you can always go into Trident Dragon, win for games. And also, this is what opens up my Trishula plays. I'm playing OCG because I'm in Japan against all the Japanese players. They know what my card do, so even if they're in English, they'll play against me still. And the local tournament here lets me play English cards, so it's pretty cool. So Delta Flyer, it also helps you make that Star Eater after you used Debris Dragon. And then of course you got that 1 Debris Dragon. I'm only running 1 Debris Dragon because he's usually only gonna be from rank 4s. Yes, in this deck I'm running rank 4s. The reason why I'm running rank 4 is because that 1 new card you'll see here in a little bit. That's so boss. It gets rid of everything. You can do some pretty cool combos with that card in Felgran. Alright, onto spells. You got the 1 Heavy Storm, the Book of Moon, and then Mystical Space Typhoon. Heavy Storm because it's OCG and people may have a bunch of stackers in the back, especially when we're facing stun decks or Bujins or like Fire Fist. This is pretty much the card you're gonna want to play against them, or Ghost Ricks, and or Gravekeepers, because Gravekeepers are a thing now. And then there's Book of Moon. Book of Moon is pretty boss. It slows people down. It stops other stuff too. It's pretty great. And there's Mystical Space Typhoon. I'm only running 1 as opposed to 3 because I'm already running Heavy Storm. On top of that, I can get to this pretty quick, especially with all the other cards that make me thin my deck out and draw. So Mystical Space Typhoon is just in case there's that 1 card only that I really want to get rid of. So I'm going to try to get rid of it. Don't people, please stop blind MSTing. At least know what deck they're playing, so you can have the right choices of what you're popping off. You got 3 Sacred Swords of 7 stars. These are what make the deck go faster. It also helps you search for that wood or water, so you can go to Felgran, your rank 8s. You can also search for the tuners if you need to by banishing that right element and then drawing 2. It helps you get all the essential cards you need as well. 3 goals for Koth, guess because this is OCG. Opening up with at least 2 of these in your hand is broke, because you can first turn Felgran and sit on that. I'm not actually exactly sure how I feel about sitting on a first turn Felgran, but right now I'm on a pro first turn Felgran, so yeah. And then you got 3 Dragon Shrine. It helps you fill up your graveyard. If you don't feel like sometimes I don't feel like putting that Flamvel in there, so I can add 2 dragons. But sometimes it's not a bad idea, especially if I really need it. But most of the time, if I have enough dragons in my graveyard, I will save the the Flamvel guard, so I can use it as a tuner instead of just, fuel. You got 3 Dragons Ravine. Because this is Dragon Ruler and you need Dragon's Ravine, it will really set up your graveyard plays. I know Dragon Ruler's been around for a while now, and everybody really knows how to freaking play it. And it's a pretty simple deck. But just in case people need explanations, I'll explain it to them. That's what I do. I just like explaining things to people. You got your Return from Different Dimension. Why? Because this is Dragon Rulers, you're banishing all day. And this is an auto-win card, especially if it doesn't get destroyed. So, always depend on this. Well, don't always depend on this card. That would be bad. But you can really try it. If you get this off, it's GG's. GG's. That's why this card is wanted to be banned by everybody. Everybody wants this card to be banned. But it's probably not going to get banned for a while, so live with it, everybody. And you got 2 Compulse. Reason why you see Compulses now these days instead of like destruction cards and whatnot is because of cards like the new Starduses and other cards like Mecha Phantom Beast and like other cards says can't be destroyed in battle and stuff like that. And then you got the 1 Phoenix Wind Blast. It sends stuff back to the deck. Top of the deck. So I usually just save this and these Compulses for Synchros or Exceeds, especially if I know I can really get them out of my face, or if they're like a big monster that I just don't want there. I'll just use those to get them out of my way. And then you got the Bottomless Trapple. Bottomless, I only run 1 because Bottomless is still a good card. I'll use it on their normal monsters and whatnot that they just like randomly throw out there, and I just don't want that out there, so I'll just say no and just banish that thing out of my face, get it out of my face. And you got the 2 Solemns, Solemn Warning and Solemn Judgment. I see Solemn Judgment as more just late game play, and Solemn Warning is pretty decent. It's really good, but there's a card everybody's like really running now that Solemn Warning won't work against really. It's Star Eater. But yeah, that's for the traps. Now on to the Synchros. Fail. Okay, whatever. You got the Crimson Blader. You got the Colossal Fighter. Oh, Crimson Blader stops like every deck, so it's pretty self-explanatory why you have to run the Crimson Blader. Any deck that you pull out a level 8 has to run Crimson Blader because it will stop almost every single deck you play against, and it'll help you win. And you got your Colossal Fighter just for those other plays. Man, my hand's shaking so much. Okay, you got that Colossal Fighter because Colossal Fighter is boss, and you need it to win. And you got Scrap Dragon. Scrap Dragon is boss too, especially with this card. You have Scrap Dragon and start a Spark Dragon out on the field, and you can just win all day. You can just keep popping free pops every turn. And then you got this guy. The reason why I'm running a Red Dragon Archfiend is because, well, he's pretty good, especially when your opponent's like playing Ghost Ricks. If you can get a hit on one of their face downs after you get get rid of their field spell card, or Swords Conceal and Light, whatever you need to do. If you get hit one of their defense position monsters, just wipe their whole field out. And you got the Star Eater, because Star Eater, you can make it. It's pretty pro. You don't have to worry about back row as much when you use them. You got your Thought Ruler Archfiend, because it's Thought Ruler Archfiend and he can't be targeted, and it helps you gain life points too, especially after you use like your Solemns or your Return from a Different Dimension. He'll keep your life points up there still. Then you got your Trishula, because Trishula's boss. That's why TCG doesn't have Trishula anymore, and OCG does. And Trishula will get rid of a lot of cards and help you win games. And you got your Trident Dragon. Trident Dragon helps for OTKs. If you can get Trishula off and Trident Dragon the same turn, it's pretty much game. I'm just saying, you know, you're banishing stuff from the side of the field and you're destroying your attack 3 times. Only way I'd ruin your day if they like Battle Fate you, something like that. And this card, MVP, Noble Swarm, Bezelbuth, or whatever you want to call him. Yeah, right now he doesn't have a full like real English name yet. I think they might be still working on him. Not too sure yet. So yeah, he's pretty good, very good still. He just released in the Legacy Valiant. He's like $25 when I got him too. It's like crazy. But yeah, what he does, you make him with a Debris Dragon and Wood Dragon, which is pretty easy to do. We just summon one and get the other one, then you Exceed Summon for this, and then you attach one during either your main phase or your opponent's main phase, and you just destroy everything else on the field. So that's pretty cool. And you got your Gemini Pearl just in case you can't, just in case making Bezelbuth doesn't do anything. You just summon your Gemini Pearl and just sit on this for a while, try to beat them over with whatever they got in the field. And you got your Veigai and your Dracosack. I'm only running one of each of these because I only have the room for one of each of these on the deck. And one of each of these is just enough anyways. Most of the time I use, if I'm not using Dracosack to pop cards, I'll go for a Dracosack and then I'll summon Trishula. I'll go into Trishula afterwards with the Delta Flyer. And that always helps me win games too, because instead of popping it, like if I can't destroy it, I'll just end up banishing it with Trishula. And you got Big Eye, which will jack monsters from your opponent, and it'll piss them off so much. I've done it so many times. Like I took a Judgment Dragon, and well, a few other boss cards I can't really remember, like Abystius and Abysslead and stuff like that. It's fun. And then you got your rank 8s, your Felgrand, and your Drugalong. Felgrand, pro card, you have to run it now. Everybody is pretty much, I saw that I've seen so far, is running this card. Especially if you can make rank 8, still run this card. And then Drugalong, he's just keeps for mirror matches or like going against dragons and stuff. Sometimes though, like he has to be, the only thing I don't like about him is that he has to be the only card on your side of the only monster you control on your side of the field for him to activate. So that just kind of ruins my day a little bit, but he's not bad. So yeah, that's my Yu-Gi-Oh deck profile for Dragon Rulers. If you got any questions or stuff, if you want to comment or like, I don't know, whatever, go ahead and feel free. I may care, I may not. I'm going to start vlogging too, just because there's some stuff I want to share with people. Family back home. Yeah, you know. Again, I just do what I want. So, yeah. Peace out, YouTube.